So chess is a war, it's a battle. This is our field, each army gets the same amount of pieces, so it's a very fair one. How do we win wars? We get more units, more material. The pieces are valued, and how they are valued, that was excellent that you mentioned it. Not randomly, right? You know, you go to, I don't know why this example in my head. One theater, movie theater, popcorn costs $4, another one $5. Why? Because that's how they are in the mood. No, the pieces in chess are based on real value, based on what they can do. A rook is more effective than a bishop. Why is it more effective, if you remember?
Because it can move up and down, and a bishop can only move diagonally.
That's correct, but let's see, yes?
It can move to more squares.
Exactly, the bishop is limited, basically what you said, just it's limited to squares on its own color. The rook can go dark square, light squares. We even gave maybe the best example that at least I can think of, a queen. Queen is 9 to 10 points. Rook 5, bishop 3. Why would a queen be more than a rook and a bishop? Yes?
Because a queen can do both of the, say the attacks that the queen and bishop, or rook and bishop can do.
But rook 5, see, it's always easy when it's under 10. Rook 5, bishop 3, 8. How come why a queen will be 9 to 10? Why would a queen be more than a rook and a bishop?
Because it can go to more squares.
Well, how it can go to more squares?
Because,
But look, wait. Let's show this one. Okay, this is our super cool queen. Okay, it's a rook and a bishop, right? So this one, I always like to say it. My kid, he doesn't play tournaments, but he's actually really. He would be very good in chess, but he prefers computer games. But I wouldn't blame him. If there were computer games when I was young, I'd probably be playing them also. But he wants to have a piece, a queen and a knight. That's actually super cool. Then you can do everything in one thing. But this is our queen. It can go on diagonals. It can go on straight lines. Why this? Look at that. I'm not saying it's easy. Why this is going to be less? That's a tricky one. Less than this one. It's going to be less. Why? 5 plus 3, 8, 9 to 10. I know you will give me the right answer. Yes.
Because the queen, it's like two bishops, so the queen can switch to white and the black, and the bishop only has one white and one black.
Because this rook can go wherever you want, but this bishop, this bishop is stuck on dark color, right? The queen can be here and here. So 8, between 8 to 11, that's where we have our queen. Very, pretty much mathematically proven, right? In a very simple way. A queen is better than a rook and a bishop, but somewhat less than a rook and two bishops. So this is a perfect example of the value of our pieces. Alrighty, we spoke about knight. We've seen some examples of checkmate. We haven't spoken much about stalemate. And, well, we will see. Maybe we'll discuss it today. What is stalemate? You know what? First, what is checkmate? What is checkmate exactly? Yes.
Where the king is trapped and they can't move anywhere, so you win the game.
You said some things that were right, but you didn't say everything. So the king is not, I would say, instead of trapped, being under attack. Meaning he's under a check. He cannot move anywhere, that's correct. You win the game, depends, we need two other things to happen for this to be a checkmate. Yes? That was stretching or raising your hand too? Stretching! Oh man. we need to have like 5 minutes stretching after the class, like seriously. Yes?
What was the question?
I forgot! I forgot the question also. All right. We said check. We said the king cannot move, but we need two other things to happen. Yes.
You can't block with any piece
Ah.
after the piece that's checking it.
That's what I need. I need 3 things to happen, right? 3 things. King 1, check. The king is under check. Then cannot move, cannot block, cannot capture. That's checkmate. What is stalemate? Quickly. Yes. What is stalemate?
It can't move and you can't move anywhere, but it's not on the check.
It's basically, if to say,
Checkmate with no check.
pretty much, no, it's pretty much, that's what's happening, but really, it is the king. There is no, not just the king, there is no legal move that can be played in the game. There is no legal move that can be played, which means there can be only a king. This is actually the most common one, but there can be also many other pieces, and there will be no legal moves that can be played. For example, let's just quickly show something on the board. Okay, so we have this position. So quickly, white has actually two moves to checkmate here. Yes.
Queen to e7.
That is one. Queen to e7. Let's just put it here. Checkmate. All right, number 2.
Queen to g8.
Very good. Because it's less simple and less clear. Queen g8, right? Those two squares are under control by the king. The queen controlling those squares and also this square. Beautiful. Now, what about stalemate? Can you play a move for white that will stalemate? And the result in a stalemate is?
Draw.
Draw. Don't ask me why. Doesn't make sense, but that's the result. Yes. White to perfect. That was your move? Perfect. Because if we play queen to f6, where is black king going to go now?
Nowhere.
That's a draw. Stalemate? Nowhere. Now, one important tip. You see in many kids games, you're pretty much kids, right? That one player gets to be with gigantic material advantage. And the easiest way to avoid stalemate is to keep checking. If you have like queen and rook and some other pieces, if you check all the time, there can be no stalemate. This is one idea. Or just to keep your eyes really well open and not have this. But what happens if there were many other pieces on the board? Let me put the following position. White played this move, bizarre move. And here is my question. Which move can black play right now? Yes.
Knight. Capture queen. Pen. Whose pawn is it? Oh.
Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing. So it's also stalemate, right?
No.
How? Show me which legal move. Legal means you can do whatever you want. You can give your queen, you can give your rook, you can do anything. But you cannot allow the opponent to capture your king. So basically, you play any move that you want with black that doesn't allow his king to be captured. If you can do it, it's not a stalemate. So let's see. Can this bishop move anywhere?
No.
Because it cannot move according to the rules, right? Because the king will be the king will be captured, so the bishop is pinned. What about this knight? Can this knight move anywhere?
No.
Why not? It's pinned by which piece?
Bishop.
Bishop. If we add one tiny pawn for black,
The king can move. No.
the pawn can move, right?
Yeah.
By the way, there are two squares that we can add a pawn and it will be a stalemate. Who wants to come and put this on the board? Two squares. Actually only one. Incredible. Only one square that we can add this pawn and it will be a stalemate. Which square is that?
Oh, I got it.
Which one?
No, it's
Only one square. Black to play and it is a stalemate.
a B6.
Black still has no move to play here. You know, for a second I was saying, also here there is no move to play.
No.
But why? Which move can black play here? Well, No, it's true, but which move? King? Perfect. King F8. So only B6 would be stalemate. All right, so we understand stalemate, right?
Yeah.
It's not about can the king move or not. There can be position that the king cannot move at all, but there are many other pieces that can move. So stalemate is almost like checkmate, but with also including other pieces. So it is the king is not under check, that's correct, and there is no other legal move to be played in that position. Perfect. Then we were looking at captures, right? We said we were looking a lot at captures. What did we say about captures?
We said if like you capture a higher piece that has more value, you'll be up more material.
Right.
Rather, if you capture a lower value piece, then you won't be up as much material.
So when we have captures, we want to first start looking at the high value captures. They're not necessarily going to be the best one, but we have to start looking at them first. Yes?
You put it in a position where it was 3 ways to get the game.
I was going to put exactly the same position again. Excellent. What's your name? Mackenzie. That was perfect. I was going to put exactly same position or similar as an example that will basically match very similar what we see. It's not just the capture, it is what we want to capture. Now, let's do something quickly in our head. If you have a possibility to capture a rook, but you have to give a bishop. You capture a rook and you give a bishop. Or you have a possibility to win a knight for free. Which one would you prefer? Yes.
Knight for 4.
Knight for free? How many points do you win for a knight for free? 3. And a rook for a bishop, how many points?
5. 2.
You're gonna get 2.
2. 5 minus 3. I told you, as long as it's under 10, it's very easy to do. Right? Exactly. Exactly. So we do not care about how much we capture. We care about or how many pieces. What do we care about? We care about one word. The difference. The value, but the difference. That's what we care. If I give 10 and I take 12, I want 2. It's better than whatever sequence that you want, that you just win 1. You will say, oh, you give your queen. How could you give your queen? Well, if you give your queen for 2 rooks and a bishop, you won material. Much better than winning a pawn. So it's always. People ask me, many, well, when do you think kids should start learning how to play chess? My view is whenever you can do basic math, whenever you really know, I'm joking with their fingers all the time, but just to emphasize how critical I think it is. Wherever a kid can do 8 minus 6 equals 2, he can play chess. That's it, because then he understands the value of the pieces. If you don't understand the value of the pieces, you're in the wrong game, because chess, at the end, at the bottom, and the middle, is a material game. That's it. It's a material game. World Championship matches, yes, as much as genius the players are, and they are really, really, really genius. Like not just saying, like those are people with IQ much closer to 200 than less. Kasparov, Fischer, and many others. Much, much, much. Doesn't matter. At the end, games are being decided, most of them by some small material advantage. Usually not really more than a pawn. Usually. So, this was our part. Now, Mackenzie, do you remember a little bit the position that was last week? You think if I will let you, give you 2 minutes to go to the board and set it up, can you do it? Or no? No? All right.
I didn't remember that you could take it with either a rook or 2.
So you do remember. No, you remember a lot. Come on. Don't sell yourself short. Let's see, maybe you can help me. That was excellent. Rook and 2 knights, and there were 3 ways to capture. Let's see if we can together try and reconstruct our position. You remember where was the piece that we could have captured, on which square?
E5.
Which one?
E5.
You remember, I'm telling you, we will do it. All right, let's see. Because, by the way, one of the qualities that we as chess players want or should have is what? Memory. I mean, you are not going to believe chess players, some of them, what they can remember. What did we say here? Yes.
We said which piece would be better to take.
Mm-hmm. And which piece is the best for white to take?
The knight.
Either one of the knights, right? Because if we will take with the knight, we are plus 3 points. We are equal, right? We take a bishop plus bishop, give a knight for it. So now it's equal, then we take. So at the end of the day, this is why we need to know basic math. We take bishop and knight, we give a knight. If we study tiny equations, we say knight, knight, go from each side, we win a bishop. And if we take with the rook, it's not exactly that way, right? Because we will take a bishop and a knight, but we will give a rook, 5 points. All right, so that was really what we did, and it's excellent that we remember. Now, the question is, are those topics, are they only important for captures or for many other decisions that we might take during the game? Many other decisions. I think so too. This is, well, let's start with one or two simple positions. Let's look at this position. This is the position, and it is white to play. What should white play? White to play?
Pawn to c5.
Capture, right? It's always easy to say capture, so we really know. But pawn capture the queen on c5. Getting out of check in that way. Now let's see. Let's say that this was the position. I just change it tiny bit. I'm changing it here, and I'm changing it now to this. White to play. What should white play here? White is in check, yeah? White's to play is in check. Oh, okay, rook to b6. I remember it. We will see that. Which other moves? Yes? Queen to d4. Okay, so we have rook b6, queen to d4. Any other suggestions, ideas?
You can move the king somewhere, and then in the next move you can checkmate with the rook.
I can move the king somewhere, but where is somewhere? Where is somewhere? Somewhere. Can we move the king? We cannot move the king. All right, I agree. We cannot move the king. But there is one other move. There is one other move available for white. Queen, rook b6 was suggested. Queen d4 was suggested. What else?
Where's the worst move? The worstest move. Queen e3.
Okay, why is it? Why you're right? Why is it the worst move?
Because the queen just can't capture it, and it's checkmate.
That's perfect and perfect. And what do you think about rook b6?
The same thing. The queen can just capture it. It's going to be checked again.
Right. And so the best move that you will play is going to be?
Queen d4.
Also me. So you see, it's not that our immediate decisions are always about captures. Even a decision, how to block a check, has to rely on the captures, on what can be captured and what not. We had three moves here that were suggested. Rook b6 was the first move that was suggested. Is rook b6 blocking the check?
Yes.
Is it a good move?
No.
Why no?
Because the queen can just capture it.
For free. Queen e3, you've mentioned before, right, is the worst move because not only it loses the queen, more importantly it gets checkmated. Queen e3 gets checkmated. So the best move, and again the best move because we can play this way, is to play, let's put it here, is to play queen to d4. And in order to see queen d4, I just remember one thing that I did forget to mention that we spoke before, because I was asking you a question. Remember a question that I was asking you? I was asking you, what is, as long as it's water, you're safe. I was asking you, what is it more important to see? Our moves, our threats, or our opponent moves and our opponent threats? If we remember both, we made a huge, huge step to become chess players. Because then we are thinking about the entire board. So why is it critical? Because if we say, oh man, I'm going to go to d4 and he's going to take it, then we are toast. We cannot play. But if we say, I'll block, he's going to take, and
You take. I can take.
I'm going to take. So we thought about our, look, let's see how many steps we thought. We thought about our move, our opponent move, and then again, our move. One of the differences between chess players is how deep can they analyze. And then at some level, how deep, how accurate, how fast, so on, so on, so on, so on. But no one in the world, doesn't matter if you are Anand, the world champion, Carlsen, the best player in the world, or just one of you sitting here, our thinking process has to be the same. I move, my opponent move, well, then let's see how far we can see. Okay, the next example is one of the best one that I like. So I'm going to put it on the board and you're going to think very well. By the way, one of the best books that I recommend for you kids to study from, and some of those examples are taken from, is a book by Susan Polgar, which was women world champion, and well, actually a little friend of mine. We know one another for long years, and she's just a great, not just chess player, but an author, and she is actually teaching not far away from here in Webster University, one of the best, maybe the best college team. She wrote excellent books for kids, and one of them, the one that I'm using now, is A World Champion's Guide to Chess. Another book for maybe a little bit more advanced levels is Chess Tactics for Champions. At least this book, I would strongly suggest if you will go after it and watch this video online. So A World Champion Guide to Chess, I think is one of the most perfect books that I would recommend every young kid to start doing some chess. All right, so let's put our beautiful position. And we're going to think here. It is white to play. White has two possibilities to play here. Whenever you have two possibilities and not extremely clear ones, this is something a bit more demanding. How should white play? I will just say this. If someone is telling me what should white play, I want him to tell me why not to play the other move. You're certain you can do both?
Yeah.
All right. What should white play?
White should play bishop captures d4. If he plays king h5, then you get checkmated by rook h7.
That is perfect. That is perfect. You see, that's how a chess player would think. It's not that I say, that looks good. Because you know what they say, if you see a good move, what you should be doing? Running to play it as quickly as possible, or
Thinking about the other move.
maybe you have a better one, right? So the fact that you see a move that wins a pawn, you know, I've seen many games. Someone say, hey, I win a pawn. Excellent, but what if the other move you could have won? A bishop, yeah, or a queen, or something much more. So relatively, the move that you've played is bad, right? So in this position, it's actually very clear, right? King h5, like you mentioned, is absolutely the worst move. Checkmate. Game over. So our only move is going to be exactly bishop capture, king capture, and white is up 2 pawns and supposed to win this game if he will play.
Good move.
Yeah.
And then you could do the rook. And I think or g2.
Next example is also one of my favorite. I'll give you my favorite. Same idea. One player is under check. What is our best way to get out of check?
Take it. Black is complaining. Not that.
That was annoying. Super complaining. I need to give black another bishop. I'll be nice. Alrighty. White is to play. Yes?
Queen to D2.
But you want to take the knight, right?
No.
That's a good idea.
But there's
Actually, that's a decent move. But wait, white has two much better moves if white could play that. Let's say hypothetically that white can play and ignore his opponent. There are better moves than taking the knight. Which would be a better move than taking the knight?
Queen to capture bishop.
Queen capture bishop, I'll capture back. I'll capture back.
oh,
I'll capture back. No, you want to capture. The pawn will capture back. You want to give me a queen for a bishop?
no.
Yes.
Queen to G7.
And what would queen g7 be?
Checkmate.
Excellent, but wait. And there is another way for white to play checkmate, yes.
Queen H8.
Okay, so queen g7 is checkmate, queen h8 is checkmate. And another move that was suggested, okay, this wins a knight. But now we have a tiny problem. What is our problem? We cannot play queen g7. And why can't we play queen g7? We are in check. Incredible, right?
Oh.
Incredible. We are in.
Yeah.
So,
King to take rook.
king can take the rook.
No. You can't.
All right.
It's not checkmate though. But you can move.
We can move.
Yeah.
Show me where I can move. Tell me. You, somewhere. I need to find out where is this somewhere that I can always move and I can't see the squares.
King A3.
King a3.
Bishop.
We, after the class, going to speak about this dimension that we have there.
I cannot see the board.
You cannot see. Come closer. No? Oh man, now you're joining a large group of people that say that I'm intimidating. All right. So, what shall we play? Yes.
You can't play G7 or G8 because you're already in check.
I know, we said that. Yes.
C4.
C4. White has two.
White's gonna get a checkmate no matter what.
Who will get?
White.
Why would
No,
white?
never mind. No, we won't. We won't.
No, white is winning after c4. First of all, let's make big. One of the great things about chess. Now, seriously, let's take 1 minute break from chess and think about what we can use from chess to real life. Seriously, what are we really doing here? We are solving problems. Solving problems. That's what we really do here. The problem you say, oh, how am I going to beat Anand? Well, that's a difficult one, right? Maybe there are 1 or 2 players in the world that thinking about it. Magnus Carlsen, the best player in the world, maybe Kramnik that beat Kasparov. This is not our problem, right? That's difficult. But our problem right now, we have a simple one. How we get out of check. And one of the greatest things about chess is that you take a very, very, very complicated situation. And the way to solve those things, you have to start breaking them into small problems. You say, how am I going to play this position? Okay, that's a huge, big question. But the first question you have is a simple one. How do I get out of check? How do I get out of check? There are only 2 ways to play. Queen take is going to give your queen for a bishop. C4, unless there is something horrible with that, is almost a necessary move. That way of thinking is much bigger than chess. It will, for chess players, it will help you in life, in thinking about, in school, in thinking about everything that you want. If you think correctly, when you will, I don't know, in few years going to start having math problems in school, and you will say, okay, so this is the question that I have, and now, I don't know, let's say, I don't know if any of you're probably doing it. Okay, a car is at, point A, driving 20 miles there, another car from point B, driving here, driving there, What is the total distance they drove when they met at this point? Have you done those? Yeah, you've done. So, if you will think about it exactly in the process of chess, I'm telling you, it will make it much, much easier for you. I mean, those things are ridiculously simple, all those things, if you have the right approach. Okay, so this is what I need to understand, and those are the facts that I have in front of me, and this is my way of figuring this out. Very easy if we think in the right way. The same here. Well, we are in check, and we have only two ways to stop it. Queen take is usually a very bad move. Usually, if you have to give your queen for a bishop, either you have checkmate or something extremely powerful to follow, or you're pretty much a toast. So, after c4, now let's see. White stopped the check. What is white threatening? White is threatening checkmate. White is threatening checkmate. And somehow, if miraculously black managed to save, then probably f6 is only move. Then white might be, well, capture, and at the end the knight is hanging. And the knight cannot easily move because the knight is defending the rook. So, this is what chess, statistically, almost no one in this room is going to be a grandmaster. What to do? Because, yesterday I was amazed. I thought that there are a bit more. There are 7 billion people in the world, and there are 1,400 grandmasters. So 1 out of 5 million. That's amazing. 1 out of 5 million. There are, I think, well, less alive Nobel Prize winners, but many, many other things. But what we can study is that process of thinking. Let's do something else. This one is my favorite one. If you can do this one perfect, then we maybe did something. All right. Now I have a question. First question. What is the material balance here? But exactly, tell me which side has how many points more, if you can. And then not just how many points, but which pieces against which pieces are the difference. The difference. So first question, which one has more points and how many?
White has 3 more points than black.
No.
Black is 2 rooks.
Oh.
Infinity.
Yeah, either infinity or 0. Which one did you prefer? Yes.
Black has 1 more point.
1 more point?
No. 2 more points. Oh yeah, 2 more points.
Cole was white before. He just forgot a rook. So instead of white being up 3, black is up 2, because just 3 minus 5, right? But how can we do it easily without counting 20? If you're counting 20, you're doing it in the hard way. How do we do it? You see, again, simple math. One side of equation, another side. You don't need to add every part. Let's see how we do it. Queen, queen. Do I need to count it? I don't need to count it. I have a queen, you have a queen. I only care about one word, the difference. So if I have a queen and you have a queen, out. Rook, rook. Do I need to count it? No. Rook. Does white have a rook? No. So black has a rook. We put in our head. Knight. Does black have any minor pieces? No. Rook, knight. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a simple answer would be black is up 2 material points, rook versus a knight. The same way that when you look at any digit, any number, right? You look 954 versus 854. Okay, 4, 5, 900, 800, 100 more. That's exactly what we did now, right? That's why I wasn't joking when I said when we should start playing chess, when we can do those in a reasonable way. Yes, yes. So just how we, that's why, by the way, I started with what I started. I started with actually the high value pieces because it's making it easier. I don't want to start from the bottom. Oh, I just start with the top pieces. All right, excellent. So black is up 2 material points and he's checking white. Not only is checking white, he's threatening white's queen. So this is going to be our last position today. But what is white going to play here?
Ooh.
Ooh, well, wait. I don't know which move is ooh, but we'll wait for another 1 minute, okay? Because you know after ooh usually comes ah. Ooh, ah. My goodness, I think you're soon going to be flying over here if I won't let you answer. So what is your answer? Which move you will play?
Rook to e3.
That's a very good move. That's the best move and very nice. In the book, white has another rook, so white is actually up material. So if white is up material, even playing the inferior move, queen take queen will leave white with more material.
Yes,
But I'm listening.
Rook for a queen is better than a queen for a queen.
Right, exactly. This is why I put it in a situation that if you don't play this move that you suggested, white will be worse. If white has a rook, he can take and he's still winning. He will be up a knight. But in this situation, white really has 1 move to play to win or to be better. And it's exactly this rook e3. Yes, of course the queen is under attack. The king is in check. But if we play this move,
the queen can't move.
we are pinning black's queen. If black had a piece to block, he would be doing well, but he doesn't. So black is going to lose a rook for the queen. This is for example, maybe with this we can just open a topic and, hopefully maybe we will get one time to continue that or with others. Pins. This is a super important topic in chess. Once we clear the way from checks and captures, those are the basic way, our most straightforward approaches. Then we have many tactical ideas. We will use pins to win material, forks, skewers, discovered attack, double attack, many other ideas that make chess a tiny bit more complicated than just, hey, I can capture your piece. Right? If that was everything, then we would finish now and we say that we know everything about chess. Okay, so we've seen this example. We've seen more examples about material. We repeated quite a lot the base and what we have mentioned in our first examples. Those pins and forks are another, I would say, higher level of chess. But if you did it now and you did it excellent, well, that means that that's where we should be heading.